What's up, Clarity Coders? In today's video, we're going to try and dominate the leaderboard in Magic Tiles 3. Now that means that this is another Clarity Coders After Dark video, which means we're going to do Python and we're going to learn it in a fun, hacky way. And we're also going to be cheating at this video game, which might make some of you a little angry. So we're going to cover in this video the setup of the program itself. So I'm going to go over my code. I'm going to go over a little of computer vision in general. And then finally, we're going to actually show you the bot's performance against Magic Tiles 3. Now, if you have any questions along the way, or you would like to join in on the conversation or suggest the next video to me, please join the Discord linked above. We do monthly giveaways. Last month, we gave away over $200 worth of prizes to our only 2,000 members. So there's a very good opportunity there that you get included. Let's not waste any more time and let's start coding. So if you've never seen one of my videos before, I try to do things like automate video games, just see how high of a score we can get. I know this triggers some people. It is cheating, but it's a knockoff Korean game that's stealing songs. So let's not get too tied up in that. We're just using Python to see if we can crush this game. We won't continue to beat anyone because who cares? With that being said, we're going to actually play the real game. Now, if you've watched some Code Bullet videos and stuff like that, he tends to recreate the game, which makes it pretty easy to get a high score. We're going to actually play the live game against people online and try to top the leaderboards. So the first thing we're going to do is install LD Player. This is going to allow us to emulate an Android phone, and then we can play that game on the Android phone on our PC with Python. Now, also, if you watch Code Bullet videos, I'm a little more successful sometimes, but I'm definitely not as funny. He's still the king there. I'm somewhere like more talented than Code Bullet, I think, but less talented than Centdex and more honest than Engineer Man, somewhere in there. Now, I know also a lot of you guys are really young that watch this channel in your mid-20s. That's really young to me right now. I'm 30 something. So if you've ever downloaded LD Player, like as an adult or with kids or your wife in the house, you're always like wondering if they're going to walk downstairs and see like some half naked fairy on the screen or something like that. So you got to click through that really quick. And if you watch a couple videos, you're probably like, why do you download this every time? It's because I click on the half naked fairy and then I have to wipe my computer from all the viruses. Now, once we have this installed, we can go ahead and open it up, and then we'll download the game as well. And then once we have that, we're already here. Now, I'm not going to get into YouTube copyright or anything like that, but I can't play the music of some of the most popular songs, but I do have a account with Epidemic Sound, so I can play some of the music from Epidemic Sound. So if you think I'm avoiding certain songs or anything like that, I'm playing the hardest ones I can find. We just have to play in that realm of Epidemic Sound. Okay, so now once we got that installed, we can start it up. Now, if you want to code along, you can certainly. I'm going to post the code on my Discord, so make sure to join that if you haven't. We give away prizes just for being on the Discord. You don't even have to be a good programmer, so stop by there. A lot of free stuff happening. As the channel gets bigger, we'll have more giveaways. I use Visual Studio Code for most of my Python projects. I use it because I can code in Python, JavaScript, whatever I want. It's kind of a one-stop shop. So that's why I personally like it. You can use whatever you want. The first thing I always do when I'm creating a new project too is to install a virtual environment. So that's the first thing I do here. And then I'm going to start playing around with a new screenshotting library. Now, this is the code that I just stole from their documentation. It's called D3D Shot. I think it might be Windows exclusive. So if you are on a different operating system, you might need to use MSS. But the reason I'm using this is because everyone said how quick their screenshots were. So we're going to try and use that so we can quickly push these tiles and really try to break this game. Now, anytime I'm using a new library, I'm straight up just playing around here to see if I can get it to work. So you'll notice I'm trying to save a PNG just to the desktop to see if I got the screenshot of the correct window and everything like that. And then once I have that, I'm going to adjust the parameters, the region here, to get just the game window. So I've kind of pushed it up into the left edge of my second monitor, and now I'm just grabbing those pixel values. So how do I do that? I do it in a very fancy way with a very exclusive program called Paint. So I just grab Paint, pop it open, I grab the coordinates. So your coordinates are going to be different than mine. You might have to adjust those as needed. Now each path, there's 4 main paths here, so 4 main quadrants that I'm going to call them. And in LD Player, you can set up macros for a press. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a macro for each one of those quadrants and then map that to a key. So the first one's going to be A, the second's going to be S, D, and then F. Now, why I'm doing this is so I can click in multiple locations at once. So right now with the mouse, I can't click in both spots, and there are sometimes a piano key in 2 spots at once, maybe more, I don't know. But this will allow us the ability to touch multiple spots on the screen at the same time. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to set these up as dictionaries. You can set them up as classes or anything crazy, and this code is certainly not the prettiest, probably when we're all said and done. But remember, we're just hacking a game here. This isn't anything too spectacular. We're probably never going to use it again. So a little down and dirty, we're going to give each quadrant a dictionary. It's going to have a press, whether we should press it or not, a location, and I'll probably put the key that we're going to press too. Once we get that all done, then we can set up our while loop. Now in our while loop, this is going to run until the keyboard button is pressed. Now I use another library in this called Keyboard. It listens for keys. So if we want to break this, we can break it by pressing Q. You can see I've also added a print screen to help us see what the frames per second is. Now, we want to make sure we're not doing anything too crazy to slow down our frames per second. I don't know, a human can probably do 4 checks or so per second or something like that. So as long as we're getting somewhere around 60, we're superhuman in my mind. So as long as we're in that realm, we should be good. Now, one thing I noticed is the keys are pure black. So when we grab a screenshot and then get a specific location, we're going to get back 3 values. Now, those values are red, green, and blue values. And depending on what library you use, it might be blue, green, red, or red, green, blue, like we're typically used to seeing. But irregardless, the piano keys are totally black. So if I take the sum of our location and it's equal to 0, that means there's a key there that needs to be pressed. And I'm going over each of our quadrants to see if any one of them needs to be pressed. Now you might be saying, well, why don't you use some type of parallelism to check all 4 at once? You certainly could. That's something that you could improve this and maybe beat it, but I have a feeling that we're going to be fast enough. We're not going to need to do that. So we're going to check one at a time and see if the value is 0 and then press it. Now that gets us to a pretty good spot, but you'll notice there's also keys that you have to press and hold. Now where that gets tricky is those keys go to a gradient of blue. Now that's an issue for us, right? Because we're looking for a pure black key and it's going to a gradient of blue. So what I did is I printed out the values as we come to those gradient keys. And what I noticed is that first indice there is 0, even on the gradient one. So it has 0 color there. I assume that's the red color. So what I do here is I add an OR and say, if that first quadrant is 0, go ahead and press it. Now you'll notice I'm not releasing it, right? I'm not releasing it until this if statement breaks. So what that's going to do, it's going to give us the perfect hold on every key and really amp up our score. Now we're ready to test this. Okay, so we're going to start this test. You can see that we got the A, S, D, F keys up there, and the bot starts churning away, pressing the keys. You can see there's multiple keys on the screen at the same time. That's why, we did that macro for each spot instead of mouse click, because we have to click in multiple spots at once. You can see that it has a perfect counter up top, so these are when everything goes perfect. They also have great and cool, but you can see we're chaining together. Every single one is perfect. Now again, we're not very fast right now, but each time the song finishes, we flip and go faster. So I just did a quick jump cut there so we could skip ahead because This bot churns on for a while now, and we don't want to watch all that. None of this is artificially sped up. This is the actual game speed right now. You'll notice we're up to 323 perfects in a row. Now again, right now, it's looking at the A column and testing it, then the S column and testing it, then the D column and testing it, and then the F column and testing it, and it still has all these perfects in a row. You could, in theory, test these in parallel, but it's just not necessary at this point. It's just so quick right now. Now, going into this, I had no idea what the top score all time was. I knew it had been out for a long time. I knew that other people had probably built bots for it, so I was just letting it run and seeing what it would end up getting. I truly didn't think it would make it even this far with all perfects. Getting closer to our final crown here. We got one crown left. It's going to speed up again. I'll jump cut there because we're still perfects. That's 1,200 plus perfects in a row. That's no misses whatsoever. No even late hits. And you'll notice too, it really starts sounding like Mickey Mouse by the end of it. So at this point, I'm sure we're gonna beat the humans. I'm curious if anyone else is going to have a bot-like score at the top, if we're gonna be able to compete with that. You see, we finished the song again. It's gonna go again, even faster this time. Now, to unlock every song, I had to get a VIP pass, but that VIP pass is free for 3 days. Also, it is $6 a week. That's a week to be a VIP in this game. So if you're worried about me cheating at the game, good Lord, worry about them ripping people off, man. And I'm pretty positive they're not paying for licensing fees and things on the songs. Notice we still haven't missed a single key. It's gonna go even faster this time. There really is no limit to how fast it'll go. This is a set it and forget it type of thing too. You start watching this for hours, you get pretty sick of the song, whatever song it's trying to play here. You'll notice it's super funny, like even as it gets going faster and faster, every song like finishes in like 30 seconds. And you'll notice we're starting to slip in some greats too. Not everything is perfect now. It's going a little too fast to keep up. We still haven't missed a note yet. You get 6 misses if you're a VIP, and we haven't missed a note yet, but we're also not getting all perfects. I think this iteration is probably going to be the limit here. I think we're going to miss a key. Still hanging in there. Still haven't missed a key. Okay, we didn't miss a key that run, but now we're going even faster. It's gotta miss a key. You notice we're not even hitting perfects anymore. It's all greats. I think cool's actually the worst. Oh, I see some perfects in there. We're slipping in some perfects still. Going to slip in a quick Discord plug here too. If you're not in the Discord, you've got to join the Discord. There's only like 2,000 people in it. And we gave away this last month alone over $300 in prizes. So there's a good chance if you're in the Discord, you're getting some benefit from it and learning how to code along the way. We bounce ideas off each other all the time. Still haven't missed a key, but we had a ton of greats, a ton of cools. And you'll notice it is insanely fast right now. Like Minnie Mouse singing fast. We got the quickest song next. I really want to try it. I hear it's crazy fast. Look at this. This is crazy. I actually didn't think it would be this good. But remember, we're only testing 4 pixels on the screen. So it's insanely fast. This is a good example of why sometimes the simpler solution is the better solution too. If you did AI, it would, oh, we just missed the key. It would have a hard time, maybe impossible to beat this score. Just because it's slower. So if the task is simple enough, you don't really need that. Oh, we're gonna lose here. We're down to 2 misses. Which is good. I'm getting a little seasick, and I'm really sick of hearing this song, so I look forward to it. We need to move on to something better. Come on, bot. Tempted to press Q. Oh, good lord. There we go. All right, let's check it out. It seems pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and check the leaderboard and see if we're on the top of it. And we are. I can't imagine that 12,000 or the 10,000. I can't imagine any of those scores aren't bots. All right, let's take a look at another one. This one's even faster. Now, they say this song is faster. It doesn't seem like it so far, but I'm pretty sure there's a big drop in it. We'll let it build up here. Perfect. We got to listen to the beginning just to see how distorted it gets in the end, so I'll do a jump cut in here for you guys, but let's at least check it out live. Building up. That drop's got to be coming. Still perfect. No doubt there, right? Ah, here it comes. Oh, wow. This song. This is just awful. Does anybody listen? In the comments, let me know if this is like in your playlist, something like this. This I struggle with. I feel like people are not going to beat my score. We'll jump ahead. I feel like people are not going to beat my score on this just because they don't want to listen to the frickin' song. It's impressive. The bot's impressive on the song. See, we are at like 1,600 perfects in a row so far. We got all the crowns, obviously. I don't know what the high score is in this, but I'm certain we'll achieve it. I noticed a little with the last one, but you'll probably notice it even more with this one, how off the audio gets with the video. Now, that's not editing on my part. That's it. The game's actually getting out of whack as we speed this song up so far. Which again, human-wise, this part I like. This part is nice. But again, human-wise, I don't think you would even be able to play along at this high of speed because the audio gets so out of sync. We're not quite there yet, but it'll get there eventually here. Ah, here's the part I like, yeah. Nice and subtle. Let's just jump. There's a country song on here too. I skipped over that. I like that song better, but this one's more impressive to see it play. I don't like country more. This I struggle with. You can see we're already getting greats here. We haven't missed anything yet, but you figure it has to be getting close here as fast as this is. And you'll notice what I mentioned earlier, the audio getting off. The audio is really off at the end. I think that certainly that should affect things. If nothing else, to make the game glitch out at some point. Ooh, there's our first miss. Now you also notice they have like a little shield that protects you from losing another life after you miss a key. But you'll notice just one miss, it got back on track. Again, it deteriorates pretty fast. Once it starts missing keys, it doesn't seem like it hangs around very long. Which again, I'm not totally upset about. Because I really do hate this song. If it wasn't for copyrights, we could be listening to Post Malone right now. Dude's cool. I watch like a lot of Rhett and Link, as you can see from my new hoodie, but he was on the show and he's a really legit guy. Seems like a nice dude. Still churning, we're getting cools, we're getting greats, not a lot of perfects. We've only missed one. The audio is so out of whack, like I can't imagine any human being anywhere close to playing at this point. And like every time through, you're like, okay, this is it. It's probably gonna lose here. And then it just churns through another song. It's just noises at this point. It's not even music, it's just sounds. Horrible sounds. We missed another, so that's good news. Oh, missed another. Here we go. Ooh, bot. Now it's crumbling. Things are crumbling. Although it's going for the slow part now. We probably get through that. Oh gosh, it even missed one there. Oh, falling apart. All right, let's see where we're at. I have no doubt we're first. And yep, we're first. And you'll notice the same guy's on second. I'm sure he's running a bot too. Actually, it might be the same top three. At any rate, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, keep coding.